Get Credit You Broadcast Center. I am your host, Laura Afonso, and we have some very tasty eats in store for you all today. And here with our first guest, Chef Eric Leblanc. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Of course. So you are the culinary director.
I'm the culinary operations leader for Tavern in the Square.
Tavern in the Square. So many locations in Massachusetts. You've got about 7.
9 actually in Massachusetts.
9.
Yeah,
oh
so
my
we
gosh,
added a few more.
They keep on popping up.
Keep popping up.
You can't keep track.
No.
And this is the first to bring Tavern in the Square to Rhode Island.
Yes.
We are happy to have you.
We're excited to be here in Rhode Island. We're located at Garden City in Cranston, and it has been a great time since we've been open, and we're excited to see what the new year brings.
Yeah, so some really, really tasty eats and new to Garden City. So while you're shopping, we just finished out the holiday season. I'm sure you guys were slammed. Being able to feed all those hungry shoppers, getting in those holiday gifts. But first, before we start talking about Tavern, I would love to hear about yourself. You've got a great backstory and lots of traveling and cooking in different places. So what brought you here today?
I've kind of done a little bit of everything. I started really young in the restaurant business, as anyone else, probably a dishwasher.
Yeah.
I worked myself up. I went to culinary school in Vermont, and then after that, I kind of opened up the world of cooking. I've worked in San Diego, Cleveland. I worked in Costa Rica for a year.
Really?
Yep. And then I came back here to Boston and helped open a few chef-owner restaurants. But then, I was looking to see how I could challenge myself, and that's when I got with the Tavern Square group.
Wow. Now, what did you learn from being able to work in so many different environments, and how has that helped you become a chef today?
Being able to be adaptable in any situation, that's what you learn. A lot of people want to be challenged, and that's what I want. I want to learn about pastries. I want to learn about, growing my own product. I want to work in, the nicest kitchens, and I want to work in kitchens that aren't the nicest, where I can challenge you to be a better chef. All it is just making me better for whatever obstacles in my career.
Absolutely, and I'm sure that all of that kind of comes together and has brought you to where you are today. Exactly.
It's all about relying on those past experiences, and so you can be successful in the future.
Definitely. So tell me about Tavern. So you're, widespread in Massachusetts. Where are some of your other locations?
Some of our other locations are, we have located out in Littleton, Lowell, Shrewsbury. We have a location at North Station near the Garden, which is great for, if you're kind of going to the game and have a little drink and eat. We have a location in Alston. We also have locations up in Salem and Burlington. So we're kind of all over. It's great.
Yeah. So whether you're, out and about in Massachusetts, you're in Boston, really there can't be one too far away from you.
No, we have a great loyalty program with our insider card, so people who do visit us, they can continue, whether they're out west or out north or here in Rhode Island, they'll still get the same experience.
Awesome. So when did you open in Rhode Island?
We opened in Rhode Island back in November, and right away it was awesome. The community really reached out to us. They really like what we're doing. I think we're providing something that they need and want, and I can see it from day in, day out, because we have not been a slow day yet. It's been great.
Awesome. Now, what does your typical role look like? I'm assuming that you kind of get to touch upon all of the different locations. How often are you in Rhode Island, and what does the day-to-day look like for you?
So yes, I get to bounce around from locations because along with Tavern Square, we also have different concepts and different brands that I oversee and help with those units as well. So a lot of times it's I join in a project when we're about to open towards the end of the construction, and I kind of tie up that piece, and I'm kind of open and get the restaurant started, and then I hand it off to the team there. So essentially, it's operationally, it's executionally, I'm in the thick of everything.
Wow. So you definitely stay busy.
Stay busy, yes,
awesome.
Every day.
Well, if you haven't checked out Tavern on the Square, the build-out is absolutely beautiful. Open kitchen.
Full open kitchen.
Big bar.
Big bar. You have nice touches of reclaimed wood, some industrial look. Yeah. It's got a little bit of everything from our restaurants. I think it's probably one of our most beautiful build-outs. And the focal point is the bar when you walk in, which is great. You also have a tremendous, beautiful pizza oven that's we're all producing our own pizza dough out of.
So you're making your own dough.
We make our own dough in-house. This pizza, so in the oven itself really helps for that because it's not a cheap brick oven. It allows for correct cooking from the bottom, from the inside, without dropping temperature, which is important because a lot of times when you're adding so much pizza in, the brick stone drops in temperature, so you'll get crispy on top, but it'll be doughy on the bottom.
Okay,
so even when we're at our busiest, we can put 14 pizzas in there and still maintain temperature.
Wow. Wow. So you say it cooks from the bottom.
Yeah, so you have direct heat from the top, you have direct heat from the bottom, so it never changes. It's about 500 degrees.
Wow.
Yep.
So it keeps your pizza perfectly crispy, just right, so it's not like soggy when you pick it up. And
no, yeah, nice crisp bottom, still fluffy, still so you can taste that. The dough is made there. You have that nice yeast notes. You have that little alcohol-y kind of taste. So it's great.
Oh, beautiful. I loved it. When I checked out the menu, I was really impressed. I really felt like there was a sense of shareability with the items on the menu. You can go in with friends, get lots of dips and different shareable appetizers. So talk to me about what some of your favorite pieces are on the menu.
That's super important because you have, we want to get the families, we want to get the after work crowd, we want to be able to cater to everyone, and that's why I really like Tavern, because I don't think you can get tired of something if you go there a couple times a week, because there is so much to offer. But it's also like, how do we cater to, a couple, or how do we cater to a group? And a lot of it is our shareable approach, where it's like, okay, I want to try a little bit, get some flavor notes.
Yeah.
For example, like our wing sampler here.
They look delicious.
It is wings, but the process that goes into it. First, we smoke the wings. Those are 3 hours smoked. So, because the wing is a tough muscle, so you need to slowly cook it to break down the muscle content of it.
Okay.
So first, we're putting a nice rub on it. We're letting that rub sit for 24 hours. Then we're putting the application of smoke, nice, slow and low, because that's what you have to do slow cooking for tougher pieces of meat. And then afterwards, we're picking up in the fryer just to get a little crisp on the outside. And we actually have 4 sauces on our menu. We have a bang bang sauce, which is really similar to a General Gao's sauce. You got that nice spicy sweetness to it.
Yeah.
You have your classic buffalo sauce. And then you have a nice mustard, stone ground mustard honey sauce. So it's got it's got that pungent note, but then all of a sudden it hits you with the honey. And then our last sauce is ancho maple, which is
so spicy sweet.
Spicy sweet. Exactly, yes. You nailed it. And then the garnishes that go on top. So with the bang bang, we have a little wasabi peas, sesame seeds, fried garlic, some scallions on top. And then for the mustard, we have a little bit more of the fried garlic and the scallions on top. The fried garlic is a nice note because it's not harsh like raw garlic, and it gives that nice crispiness. So it's a good note for a garnish.
Wow. So I love this because everybody loves wings. You can't go wrong with wings sharing with your friends. And these are not your typical wings. But just between the way that you're making them and the process that you're taking, the approach, and going from 24-hour rub, then to smoking, then to frying, you're making sure that the wings are going to come out absolutely tender, crispy, juicy, and then you're really putting the extra step by topping them off with, I love that, wasabi peas. I would have never even thought to crush those up and sprinkle them on top.
Nice little crunch, a little pungent note. You're like, what is that? And then it's like, wow, that's interesting.
It gives it a little bit of texture too, so you're not just getting the texture of the wing, you're getting a little bit of crunchy pops here and there. It adds an extra complexity to the flavor profile of the wings.
Exactly. You nailed it. And on top of that, you said exactly. It's all about in the prep process of the dish. If you rush this, you're going to know the product's rushed. You're going to taste it in the end. So it's really important to make the right steps in the beginning.
Definitely. So what are some of the other menu items that are definitely stand out to you, really recommend?
Some of our other menu items that stand out, I think we do, even though we are, showing wings here, we do have a nice healthier aspect side of the menu.
I noticed.
We have a quinoa bowl, we have the kale and quinoa salad, so we're trying to gear, a little bit lighter, healthier options. So, again, going to trying to please everyone as much as possible. So, from your typical tavern kind of food all the way to, something interesting along those lines to a miso salmon. So, we're trying to, touch all areas of cuisine.
There's something for everyone.
Everyone, exactly.
Absolutely. And of course, New Year, we've got people who are on the healthy train, or maybe they've been on the healthy train and they'd like to go out with their friends, but still have something, relatively good for you. Exactly. There's going to be something on the menu that's not just the house salad. So that's really awesome.
And we also like to be a little playful too, because we do have some vegetables that we fry. We have our buffalo cauliflower, which is extremely popular.
Gosh, so good.
But a new item that we came across that actually uses the bang bang sauce is our bang bang broccoli, which is a lightly dredged broccoli. It has the bang bang sauce, the same kind of garnishes on top. It's very surprising when you have it. I'm predicting it'll actually take over the buffalo cauliflower.
Really?
Yes, it's very, very good.
Wow, so you're really sneaking in the vegetables there. So you're getting the kids to eat the greens by putting all of the good toppings on it.
Exactly.
I don't blame you.
No, you got to work it.
Definitely. Now, another thing that's really great about Tavern in the Square is your gluten-free options. So you guys have an extensive gluten-free availability. talk to me about what you got going on there.
You know, in today's climate, with everyone's more allergen focused, and it's definitely a bigger issue than it was 20, 30 years ago. You know, we're trying to accommodate to all those needs as much as possible and be smarter about it, because it is a deciding factor for some people out there, and it's very difficult to eat as a gluten-free person. So our fry mixes are gluten-free, how our cooking equipment and what we use for designated gluten and gluten-free areas, it's really important. So I gotta say, as a group, we're one of the better ones I've seen in the allergy procedure, as well as how we handle it as far as the information getting to the kitchen and how we deliver the end product with, if it is, you know, allergen pick in it, and only managers are handling it. So I think we are one of the forefront, smarter groups on how to handle these allergens.
Absolutely, and that is really, really huge, because those people who do have allergies, it's not a choice for them. You know, they don't get to say, oh, you know, it's okay if it a little bit touches the plate. A lot of these people they're very, very seriously allergic, and it can mean a hindrance for them to go out to eat. So I'm sure that they feel very comfortable and confident that you're able to handle everything properly, like you said, whether it's a manager hand delivering it or a pick in the plate, and just having that specific area designated in the kitchen for gluten-free, I'm sure that is a huge relief for so many people.
Having that personal relief and knowing the system that we offer is very important for these guests that we have.
Definitely, definitely. Now, you are also, you know, like we talked about, sharing plates and whatnot. Cocktails are also huge. Beer. Tell me about the bar program.
The bar program is great. Jeff Boyer, who is our beverage director for Tavern on the Square, you know, he works across all the brands and kind of specific. He changes the menu, very seasonal with the beer, because we do have over 50 beers on tap. A lot of local beers that we're trying with Revival.
Beers. Oh my God.
So you know, it's an important feature, because of course you want a nice beer with the wings and stuff, but the cocktails themselves too are geared out. Like, we're looking, you know, to go towards, you know, whether it's more for the ladies or for the guys, you know,
definitely.
and we're very smart about how we are delivering that product as well, because you'd be surprised, you know, if you read the ingredients of a dish and all of a sudden it comes out in a different type of glass that you weren't expecting. It kind of changes the perception of the dish, the cocktail.
I feel that. So we've got, you know, covered on all fronts. Beers, 50 to choose from, cocktails, shareable plates, entrees, a little bit of something for everyone in a really beautiful environment. And when I stopped in today, I did notice those beautiful glass doors that in the warmer months are going to open out to a patio.
Yes, so we do have the option to have these French opening doors for our patio to enjoy the nice breeze. Currently, right now in that area, we are serving brunch on Sundays there, which is a buffet style for the area. It's a tremendous deal. It's all you can eat for $20. We do carving stations, action stations.
What?
We have pastries. We have a brunch breakfast line. We have a lunch line. We have a build your own sundaes and dessert. So we just started this 2 weeks ago. We're very excited about it. It's something that's a big focus point within our group, and some of our restaurants absolutely do huge numbers for brunch. So we're really excited to be able to offer that to the community.
Wow, that is impressive. Carving stations, Sundays, really you could just load up your plate, and for that price it's unbeatable.
Football, brunch, I mean, you can't really beat it. That's the place to be on Sundays.
Definitely, that's where I want to be on Sundays, of course. So please make sure you check out Tavern in the Square, Garden City, the first to bring to Rhode Island from this group. We're really, really excited about it. I can't wait to check out that brunch.
Oh, can't wait.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining me today,
Thank you.
Chef. I really appreciate your time.
Thank
and
you.
don't go anywhere, because we have our next guest coming right up.